Hi guys, it's me Karen, and I've come to do a picture in The Spirit Animals by Hanna Karlzon. And I've picked out the little dragonfly here. They are double pages, but I'm only going to be doing this page today. I'll do her later on, but I'm just going to do this side. And I'm going to paint the background in black. So what I'm going to do is just use some black acrylic paint, and this is flat black, and I'm just gonna go around the edges and paint the whole background in black. So I will start with that. I don't know if you really want to see that part, but I'll go ahead and get my brush ready and some paint, and I'll do like a little portion of this and then do the rest off camera. So I'll be right back. Okay, I've got it all set up to do down here. I just used a little cup. If you're curious, these are the cups that come on medicine bottle tops. I never use them, so I just put a little of the black paint in that, and then I have a little cup of water to water it down a little bit. I am using the silver Black Velvet number 4 paintbrush. I use this all the time for painting in the backgrounds. I know it's a water brush pencil or paintbrush, but I just use it for doing little tight corners in here. So like I said, I'll just go around and do a little section here. So we will just start painting it here. It's kind of a tedious process, but I enjoy what it looks like at the end, so that's why I do it. The reason I do it in matte instead of shiny is it is really easy to color on the matte paint with your pencils. You can get a really cool effect that way. You don't have to be precise on this. You can go over the little dots. You can add those in later. If you kind of mess up the place where you're coloring, that's okay too. You can always go over it with your pencils again. So if I went over that and didn't make that a perfectly round circle, just color in with your pencil and make it round. Prismacolors are really good for this, and that's what I'll be using in this book. So basically this is what I'll be doing for the next hour. That's why I thought you guys might not want to watch it. You just go through here. I got a lot of paint on that. Go through here and go around your little lines where you want it. Go over what you don't want. Say if you're doing this in another book that had a whole bunch of leaves or something out here that you didn't want to color, you could always paint over them. Acrylic paint is sometimes your best friend in these books. Okay. So basically that is what I will be doing. I should really have something behind there. I'll put a piece of paper. The acrylic paint does not go through the page, but And you come down here to the edge. It's nice to just use that as a place to go over. This will warp the page a little bit, but not too much. It'll dry pretty flat. And there's always the option of putting your book under another book if you got it too warpy. You can also use an iron to iron these pages out. You use an iron with no water, so no steam, on a low setting. Put a towel under it and a towel on top of your paper, and you can press the pages flatter if you like. Okay, so basically that's how I'm just going to keep going around all these little berries and leaves. And get all this covered in the background. So I will see you in a few when it is all finished being painted. The background is all done and mostly dry. And so I have the little clips here just to hold the page down. I have a clip on the other side just because the book's new. And the pages all kind of fold together, and since it's drying and still a little bit, I want to keep the pages from closing up. We're going to do some of the flowers here first. So I'm going to kind of push the book up a little bit. And I'm going to go in with black raspberry, clay rose, and rosy beige. And kind of do a, we'll do this flower here first because then I don't have to contend with the dragonfly. And this is kind of basically the darkest color in the most shaded spots of the flower. Kind of bringing up your own little line here. This would be a shadow right here. And under the petal curl here also would be a shadow. So kind of get it as dark as you can without going over the line like I just did, but it's no big deal. Next to the line, and then lighten it coming out is what I meant to say. And then bring it out a little bit from the underside here. Okay, so we have a nice little dark area there. Then we're going to bring in the clay rose and kind of just go over the color that we just put down. And bring it out just a little bit more. Then we'll go in with some of the rosy beige and bring it up a little further. And down a little further. And we're kind of leaving a little area there for the white. And we're just going to pull all those together, leaving a light part of the petal. If you think any of that needs to be darkened up, you just go back in with the same colors. And the darkest, the black raspberry, down in the very edge down here. And that's how our petals are going to be. So work on another petal going upward here so you can see how it's going to go upward. Underneath that lip. Up on the top where it dips. Bring in the clay rose again, and bring that color up and down. Go in with the Rosy Beige, bring it almost touching, leaving a white line or blank paper there for the white line. And then go over and blend them together with the white. And again, if you think you need a little bit more color in that, just go over it. And I like to bring in the darkest color down at the base. And I know I have a little makeup brush around here somewhere. There it is. We can wipe that out. Make sure we get down in there. I'll probably go in with a little black just to get that really deep. We'll do another petal here, and then I will do the rest of the flowers off camera too. Maybe I'll finish this whole flower here. It gets a little repetitive. Forgot to add a little bit up here. Okay, I'm gonna go down one more petal and darken this side here because it's next to that leaf. And then the wet. So I think you've gotten a hint here. Just go around all the petals and do the same thing. These are like the darkest tone, a mid-tone, and a really light tone. This one's almost as white as the white is when you put it on the paper, especially when you're using a very light pressure. So you could change these colors if you don't want a red flower. You could do it in purple by putting in like a dark grape, a medium color like the Parma Violet, and a lavender color for the lightest color, and adding white in to do the same thing in purple. You could do it in orange the same way by putting the deepest red orange you can find, a medium orange, and a very, very pale. So you can change the colors if you like. If you don't particularly like these colors, just take what I'm doing and put your own colors to it. Do whatever you like and have fun while you're coloring. I'm going to pause it right now, and I'm going to finish the flowers going up. I'm going to do all these flowers the same color. They may not look the same because these two are one flower, that one's a flower. This has a different center, but I'm going to color it the same way as the rest of them so that they're all the same color at the bottom. So when I get back, they'll all be done. Here we have all the flowers done. I'll shade it up. The centers I'm going to leave until I figure out what other colors are going in here. I don't know if I want them, you know, yellowish, or if I want to just add a different color that comes down like a brown or something. But I'm going to work on the leaves. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do those little guys. We're going to start with this leaf right here. We're going to put a little yellow. This is canary yellow. And we're going to just lightly add it in over here. Okay. Then we're going to come in with the moss green, and we're going to take it down the center. Kind of pull it out into a line. We're going to bring it down into the leaf this way a little bit, and up this way a little bit. Okay. We're going to take a little goldenrod, and we're going to add it on this side of the leaf. And a little over here. We're going to take some dark umber and go down the center of the leaf. Kind of bring in some veining with this. Bring it out a little bit. Okay, then we're going to take some Kelp Green, bringing it down into the yellows. Back in with a little bit of the moss green, just on the bottom half, just a tiny bit up there, but mostly down here. Then we're going to go in with a little bit of Spanish orange. Just brighten the tips of this up here. And then go back over with the Kelp Green. And a little more of the moss green. Okay, then I will take a it was sitting on my desk 2 minutes ago. I was going to bring in a blending stick and I was going to blend that up a little bit better, but I can't find it. Let's look and see if I can find another piece of it. Okay. This is a Caran dash. I have to clean the tip. I'm going to go Caran dash blending stump, I guess you call it. They're usually longer than this. Mine isn't broken, so I just use 2 different spots. So just kind of light pressure. You can use any blending tool. You can skip this step just by burnishing your pencils together a little better than I did. You can use any of your solvents that you want if you prefer to do those. But I'm just going to blend that together a little bit better. And I'm going to bring in a little bit of green ochre. And add that in there also. This is just trying to do a different coloration on a leaf. I'm going to take a little black and just kind of highlight the veining that I put in that you can't see anymore. Just put a few little lines in there. Okay. So we're going to do that on all the leaves except for the ones up here on the top. They're going to be done just a little bit different, so I'll scoot over here. And we'll use basically the same colors. We're going to take in the moss green and just go around the edges here. The stems are going to be done in brown, so I'm going to skip those right now. I'm going to take a little of the green ochre and put it under the shadowy area here. And take a little bit of the Kelp Green and just blend all those guys together. This is the green ochre. Just going to darken up that part. Okay, the stem that goes up, we're going to do in brown tones. So we have Sienna Brown, burnt ochre. We'll throw in some of that Spanish orange and some of the dark umber. And we'll just take it down here and go in a little dark. Kind of bring some of that darkness into the leaves. This is the, I don't know if I said it, the dark umber. Then we're going to go in with the burnt ochre and put a little of that in there. Okay, then we're going to go in with Sienna Brown. Add a little bit of that. And then we're going to take in some of the Spanish orange. And just put some highlights in the brown. The branch, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what my wording here. Do this little guy here. So that's the darkest. We go to the medium, which is the ochre. We'll add some sienna in. And then we'll add the Spanish just for the highlight. So basically that's how those branches are going to be done all the way around, and then the leaves like this. I'm not sure if I'm liking that as much as I like the other one, so I may take some of that color out of there. I don't have this page planned out, obviously. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of the lightness out of here. It's going to leave it green. That's no big deal to me because, you know, we're just kind of fudging it here. I'm going to put in some of the Spanish orange in that, and then bring in some of the moss green up there. I think that might just... I'm going to go over the little piece of wood with a little bit of that coloring too. And we're going to take out some of the green on the bottom half of that leaf too. So when I'm coloring this, I will remember to leave those areas colored with the coloring I'm putting in. I don't want to go in with that color. I'm going to go in with Goldenrod. And we're just going to lighten that area up. Bring it into the green. And then bring in the green ochre. Go over it down at the bottom here. Okay. That's a little better. Bring in a little tiny black and just go underneath that wood piece that comes in. We can add in any more of those veining pieces if we like. So that's how the leaves will be done. I think I like a little bit of lightness in this wood, so we're going to put a little, whoops, sorry about that, canary yellow in there, just to highlight that a little bit more. All right, so we're going to try to do that again, shall we? We will use the Spanish orange on the top part of that. We will use the Goldenrod on the bottom. We will bring in the moss green around the stem part, bring it up, throw in a little of the Kelp Green up here, and bring in some of the green ochre. Okay, then we'll come in with the black and just go on the bottom here, bring it right into the stem part, and then I don't have a very sharp point on this. Bring up some of those veins. And there we go. I'll do that one more time here on the opposite. So we're going to go in with the Goldenrod down here, the Spanish orange on the top, moss green, Kelp Green. Just had a funny thought go through my head. If I make the leaves transparent, or the wings, I should draw that leaf right in there and draw those flowers in there. How fun. Okay. And back with the green ochre. And the black. Okay. Anyway, that's how that's going to go, all the way up and around on the other side, and then we'll do the other leaves like I did this one. I will get those done off camera and decide if I'm going to draw these things in here. If I do, I'll come back for that. I'll be right back. Leaves are done, and I have decided that I'm going to attempt, and I've got my fingers crossed for this because I'm not the best drawer in the world, but I'm going to take this line and kind of very lightly with a pencil kind of draw it in a little here. Got to connect up here somehow, so something in that line. Kind of looks like it would do that. And this leaf would kind of do something in like that. Like I said, I'm not the best at this, but I'm going to attempt it. And these are just kind of guidelines to where these objects are. Because I'm just going to take the colors in and lightly color that area where I put that. So we will go in with the little bit of green here. And with brown on that side, a little bit of the green over here. And the rest of that is pinks and stuff, so, oh boy, I have to get those back out. Just kind of draw up here, a little bit of the browns. Okay, a little bit of this goes up here too. And a little bit of it over here. Alright. Pinks. Okay, get out the 3 pinks I have. Alright, and kind of take it up a little bit here. I'm trying to do it real lightly, but look like it's supposed to be there. I'm going to erase the pencil lines out of here. Okay. And just get a soft eraser. And get rid of the pencil line, leaving the color there. Alright. Because we're going to try to make it iridescent or see-through leaves. Okay, or wings, I'm sorry. There we go. Alright. So, like I said, I got all the leaves done, and now I sketched in those areas, and I'm going to say that's it for part 1. In part 2, we will color the dragonfly and his wings, and figure out the berry colors and these on the inside, and finish up the project. I want to thank you guys for watching, subscribing, and liking my videos, and I will see you. I gotta do another one, don't I? Oops. I'll draw that in real quick. This is a big leaf. These leaves are something like that. And we'll color it in gently. Sorry, I didn't even see that one. And it looks like I have to bring in a part of this too. Okay. Got to get the there's a stem that goes up that too. Boy. This one's going to be a little tougher. Where's my other green? Here it is. Okay, and then we will erase. Pencil line. Lighten that up a little. It'll look something like that. I'll work on that one a little bit more. Try to get a little bit more of a leaf shape out of that. Okay, like I was saying, the end of part 1. And I will see you in part 2. I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you later. Bye now.